So hey everybody, it's TR. I'm back with another RV how-to video, and in this video we're tackling tire pressure management systems. Yeah, tire pressure management systems, or TPMS, are commonly installed on RVs, and what they do is they continuously monitor the temperature and pressure of your tires. Temperature is important, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. But in general, what they do is as you roll down the road, they're continuously monitoring the tires on your RV, and if you have a system like I do with this EZE, I have 10 sensors in it, and it continuously monitors the RV and my toad. So it gives you peace of mind that all your tires are up and they're not getting too hot. If they start to get hot, that's an issue, and we'll address that in just a bit. Don't forget to subscribe and like and do all those social things. Subscribing helps me a lot. Also, as the winter starts to come on, I'll have more RV how-to videos coming, so you don't want to miss those. So this morning it's cold. If you note on this one, the temperature reported outside, let's see if I can get it square. If you note right now, it's about 32 degrees outside. I'll have to get to where one's reporting. So that's the right rear tire on my car, and it's at 32 degrees. Some of the tires haven't checked in yet, so they just haven't started reporting yet, because I just turned it on. So one of the first things you need to know is what pressure to run your tires at. It varies from tire to tire and how much load you have on your tires. Online resources are very valuable, and you can go look those up for your particular tires. In my particular case, I'm running the Bridgestone R283As. So as I was producing the video for the TPMS, I realized that I really didn't do a very good job of showing you how to find the information about the inflation rates for your tires at what load. And so I'm going to do a quick cutaway here and show you how to do that. Let's go over to my workstation. So I'm going to go find the information about my tires on Google. And one of the things I want to tell you is go to the manufacturer's page for that tire. Don't go to Larry Bob's Tire in Arcadia, California's website and pick up the data information that you're looking for. Go to the manufacturer's website. And so when I come in here and I look at this and I see this comes from Bridgestone.com, then I'm pretty well assured that this is going to be the information I'm looking for. And so we're just going to go find that, and it actually happens to be. Okay? And so once you're in there, you go to the data sheet for your tire. Remember, I'm running the R283As. Okay? So I'm running the 295 75R 22.5s on mine, and I need to understand what the inflation rate should be. And so you look for something like this, load and inflation table, see pages 91 through 96. And I've already jumped ahead to that and found what medium commercial truck radials, blah, 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 tire load limits at various, and this is important, cold inflation pressures. Now, what they mean by that is right here. You check the inflation pressure when the tires are cold. Tires are considered cold when the vehicle has been parked for 3 hours or more, or if the vehicle has been driven less than a mile at moderate speed. And so that's the definition of a cold tire. But there's limitations there, because remember from earlier in the video, we're running at 32 degrees, and that makes a difference, and I talk more about that in the video. But back to this. So I'm going to come over here to this chart, which is the medium commercial truck radials and dropped on these rims and so on and so forth. And I'm looking for the 295 75R 22.5s, which are right here. I'm going to go across, and let's say, for example, that the load that I have on them per tire in a single instance, in a single tire situation, is 5,510 pounds. And so the inflation pressure that you need to have in that is only 95 psi. And so that's how you use that chart. Now back to the video. And I need to run them at 110 psi. I know that because I have weight tickets, and I regularly weigh Rusty the RV here, so I know what his weight is. And let's see, 6,219. So I just got this one done, and I'll hold this up here for you so you can see it. Let's see, can you focus on that? So you see on that weight ticket that I have 13,080 pounds on my steer axle.
I have 18,700 on the drive axle. And then my trailer weight, that's the car, is 3,260. It gives you a total of 35,040 pounds. So I'm basically 35,000 pounds rolling down the road at any given time. This also includes a full tank of diesel. So I carry 150 gallons of diesel, and I got it as full as I could get it. I can never really ever get it totally full, but that's another video for another day. So you need to take those weights. Ideally you need to get a 4-corner weight. And so what that means is that you get each tire, each corner of the RV weighed. I did that, and so I know what my corner weights are and what my axle weights are. And my axle weights were approximately the same, short of some of the changes I've made, which is I removed the washer dryer, which lost 100 pounds. And then I also now have lithium batteries on the right rear. And so I probably should go get the 4-corner weight redone, because the lithium batteries weigh half of what the old lead acid batteries weighed. And so that's another, what would that be, 120 pounds less weight that I'm carrying around because of the lithiums versus lead acid. Okay, so I need to get all 4 corners re-weighed. At a minimum, get your weight ticket. You can get these at Flying J's, truck stops. I got this one done at Blue Beacon, which is a truck, which is a truck wash, and I was probably in there getting washed, and decided to get it weighed at the same time. So back to TPMS. Where did my sensor go? Here we go. So the right front is at 94 psi, and the temperature is 32 degrees. The left front is at 94 degrees. The temperature is 32. The outside dual on the passenger side is at 93. The inside dual looks like it's not reporting yet. We'll go back to it. The inside dual on the driver's side, wow, it's low. It's at 85. So we're going to have to add some air to that. So that inside dual on the passenger side just started reporting. It's at a low pressure, so it's reporting back to the sensor that, and all you need to do is hit the set, and that silences the, alarm. I'm going to inject right here for a minute that this is not sponsored, okay? I paid $400+ for this system by the time I bought all 10 sensors and the remote. But it's been pretty good. So one thing that does irritate me on the passenger side of the car, and sometimes on the rear tires on the passenger side, they quit reporting. And I think that's just because the battery runs low. There's a little coin cell in there, but I just think the coin cells are low. Now the company does make a repeater that you can put back there, and in fact a viewer of my channel, Andrew, put one of those in, and he has no problems with his. I'm just stubborn and I haven't put it in yet. I'll probably do that when I get to Tucson for winter. So you'll note that these tires are reporting, what is that, 16 psi low. That's pretty low, and I would be concerned about that if they weren't so cold. The inside dual on the driver's side is way low. It's at 85, where all the rest of them are reporting somewhere around 94 to 97 psi. So it does present a bit of a dilemma. I don't want to go out there and put 110 psi air in a 32 degree tire, because the air is going to be cold that I'm going to use. And so what I'm going to take and look at all the tires on the coach. So we got a 94 and another 94. We got a 93, a 95. So our average is still 94. I'm just averaging these numbers. 85 is the outlier. We're going to throw it out because it's one we're going to fill. And then 97. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the pressure in that tire to 94 psi, because what will happen is as soon as you start to roll down the road, the tires are going to heat up. And they'll get back up to their normal running temperature, which is going to be lower because it is cold. It's 32 degrees outside. But as the tires warm up, the pressure will come up. It's just basic physics. You can go online and figure out why. And so what I'll do is I'll just continue to monitor them as I roll down the road. They'll probably get up to probably 65 or 70 degrees today on my trip down to Pocatello, which is about, probably 65 miles, something like that. And so when I get down to southern Utah where the temperatures are warmer and the daytime temperatures are up around 70, 72, I'll monitor all the tires again and go out and top them all up and bring them all back up to 110 psi. So one of the other functions of the tire pressure management system is as you're rolling down the road, it'll alert you if the temperature of your tires gets hot. A hot tire is a bad sign, and so that usually comes from underinflation, but it can come from something else like tread separating or something like that. So you can program the system to alarm when a tire gets above a certain temperature. There's guidelines in the book. I'm not going to give you the specifications or anything like that. You need to go out and figure that out for yourself because every tire is different. Every coach is different. But if you get the weight, it's not rocket science to get online. Go to your tire manufacturer's website. Look for the inflation pressure recommendations, usually in the specifications for the tire, and the weight that you're running on them. And you should be good to go. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, I always appreciate those thumbs up. Those are great. Questions or comments, ask them below. Also, if you think I've missed something, let me know below. And if it's severe enough, I'll come back and change the video and add that comment in. But I think I got it pretty close. Don't forget to subscribe and like and do all those social things. Subscribing helps me a lot. Also, as the winter starts to come on, I'll have more RV how-to videos coming, so you don't want to miss those. But for now, it's time to go. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Until we get together the next time for another RV how-to video, peace.